Big shout out to Buddha. Let me give a big shout out to Buddha though. I've been using these beats for a long time. He's been helping me exercise and train when it comes to this freestyle head top bar mission of my life, So shout out to Buddha. And we like to smoke Buddha. Isn't that coincidence? Good beats and smoke. Shout out to Buddha. We smoke that Buddha. Light to jam, kick back, listen to Buddha. Spit on the bars of the Buddha. Smoke up that sensimedia, they call it Buddha, So shout out the Buddha. Smoke with the Buddha. Listen to beats and chill with the Buddha. Yeah, we getting hot in the club with Buddha. Yeah, we smoke it up. It's the bud, that's the Buddha. Yeah, we like to smoke till we choke. Smoke it in the air, ain't no joke. We flowing, feel easy, heads glowing. Now I feel like showing off, but later on when I wake up a bit, I feel relaxed. My life's being so sick, heavy like I'm loving this weed. I feel like I can just breathe and succeed, and now I'm connecting to God. That's what we do for me, Get with the fantasies, get with the energy, I see my own destiny, talking to my ancient ones. That's my history, family, connected to angels, man, connected to demons, man, connected to all these things. I seen the demon round in reality. Shout out to my family, shout out to Buddha. We smoke the Buddha. Buddha is king of this earth, that's the ruler. Ching ching chow with them, yeah, we down with them. Everybody in the club dancing around with them. Shout out to Buddha, Buddha the ruler. Yeah, we smoke that ching ching chow, call it Buddha. Cheese in my angel, cheese in my angel. Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. The Chinese like Buddha too. We all like that Buddha too. We in the club, in the room, smoking, dancing, making tune. Come, hey, shout out to Buddha, Buddha. We be the ruler, in the clubs making tunes, in the room smoking. Yeah, we smoking up that Buddha. Listen to that Buddha inside the room now. He's the true ruler, king of what he do, This boy's nice, king of how he smokes, Shout out to the Buddha, shout out to the Buddha, king in the room, Yeah, the beats sound heavy, sound sick, This weed tastes nice, nice, hey. You ever thought to yourself, I'ma take this toothpick and put it in your eye, man? If you keep talking all that cheese and chive around me, that bun and cheese, I'ma take this toothpick and put it in your eye. This toothpick will tickle your eye, and then you will slowly die, This toothpick will tickle your eye, and you will slowly die, This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye. Why not? This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye. Why not? Well, come around here, you keep talking crap, man. Always jumping up on my back, man. Like me and you are friends and all that, man. Nah, you're a straight up fool. I will take this toothbrush and clean your teeth because your breath smells really weak, man. I can't believe you flying through my land like you Peter Pan in green tights. You think you can fight? Come on, put up your dukes, throw the left and right. You ain't doing nothing, man, your style's out of sight. You better get on your bike and just ride out right now. Get off quick before I take this stick and beat you with it. I ain't joking, son, you is a bum. Stop coming around here like you won. I take a toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you cry, I take this toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you sigh. I wonder why you let it out your eye.
Because you's a stupid bitch, boy, didn't stick out your eye. Cause you's a stupid bitch, boy. Oh why did I stick out his eye? If the feds ask me, I would tell a lie. I'll say, yeah, he came around a couple days before, try to rob me, try to beat me to the floor, so I got sick of it. Being bullied, I was like, I gotta think up quick. So I grabbed the stick and I beat him with it. After he threw at least 10 punches, he was like, okay, I believe you, you're never in trouble, man. Yeah, make sure you stay out of trouble, man. Are you gonna go to court with this one? I say, man, leave the situation. So I went off, he never bothered me again, because I had this toothpick. It's a problem to him. If I see him, I take the next one, then he's gonna walk around like he's blind son. He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head, huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball, huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head, huh? He's lucky he's got an eyeball. I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until it makes you sick. I said I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until you get sick. La 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 la, I got a toothpick. It's my best friend. Right to the end like Chucky, and it helps me make money. My best friend, my toothpick. Yeah. You ever got a toothpick in your house, everybody? You can just leave it on the side. Pick it up, carry it around with you. That's right. If you're in trouble, just prick. Yeah. Shout out, boom, everybody.
Yo. That's good, man. That's my toothpick. Get me? I thought to myself, yo, let me just do a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of talked about my real shit added into because it was, kind of related. So, yeah, man. Good, man. YouTube is you. You know what I'm saying? Will 7 come back around. You know what I'm saying? Weekend is now down. Get me? My son's good. You know what I'm saying? Love spending time with him. Before I come to YouTube, spend time with y'all, see what's going on. I know I did get a message from Unseen. So hope it's not too long. I hope it comes quick. Don't want to get bored and shit. But yeah, I'll just come to chill for a minute, see what's going on. Everybody. Hey, YouTube's been going on a little bit crazy. I haven't been paying no mind to it. I came upon it the other day, seen Damn D's video. It's like, God damn, what the hell? What's going on? What's going on, yo? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I could find truth, obviously, Truth Room does long videos in it. So the parts that Damn D was showing or whatever, that's hard to go and look for to see the whole, you know what I mean, innit? So I didn't bother go look through it. I tried to look for Kwame's one, I couldn't find that. So just had to work alongside Damn D's video. That shit was crazy though, man. That shit was crazy, yo. You know what I find funny about it though? Because the last time I heard True Freeman talk about like Kwame and that, right? He was saying something like why Kwame's ignoring him or something like that. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And now look, this come up as like, okay, so now he's got his acknowledgement. Now he's got his acknowledgement. You know what I'm trying to say? It's funny the way the world turns, yo. Hey, you know what's crazy about that though? How like that John dudes make it out like, oh, Kwame, oh, damn D, y'all are in trouble now. True Freeman's coming for you. Y'all are in trouble now. Oh, I was thinking, you dickhead, just trying it. You're trying it. You're trying it. Oh, shout out to Damn D as well for that Tyson, Mike Tyson analogy. That you couldn't say it better than that. That was a perfect way to display it. Yeah, that's a perfect way to display it. You know, I'll eat your kids, nigga. I'll cut off your toes, eat them one by one. Eat some hot sauce, nigga. Then I get your kids and I cut off their fingers and I dip it in some more hot sauce, say, right? And I eat them too. And then I take off their toes. You know what I'm trying to say? God. Yeah, right. You're right. I was laughing when I first said that shit, yo. I was laughing. I thought, shit, I have to go. Let me do a video. You know, so I didn't hear it all. I still haven't even heard it all. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. What happens next should be interesting. You know what I was kept thinking to myself? I kept thinking, well, True Freeman, like some of the movies, right? And at the end, there's a guy talking in like a deep voice. He'll be like, well, make sure you come back for part two. Will True Freeman take the bait and go after that? Or will that? You know what I'm trying to say? It just seemed like that. It seemed like a damn TV program. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. Is it? You know what? You know what? You know what? Right? I'm trying my best just to keep out of y'all and True Freeman's business like that. Get me? Because y'all are just gonna do y'all thing. You understand? Y'all are just gonna keep doing y'all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's funny. It's whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. That's just gonna keep on going, man. I've tried my best to help that stop that shit. I've even went out my way and had streams inviting Shitty Greg and all them niggas up here. Like, we was talking, trying to chop up, trying to come to a solution. That was me. That went off the back of anybody else. Like nobody asked me. I played my part trying to solve that solution right there. It cannot. Listen, let me tell you, a true freeman. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why your situation will never solve because you both won't stop. You get it? You both won't stop. You both won't. You get me? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? When you try and say you're going to switch lanes and just focus on doing cars or you're just going to focus on doing whatever, you come straight back to the dumb shit at them, right? Do you understand? And I can't really talk on their behalf, like they've left you behind, like they've left you alone. And then, in fact, I'm sure there was that one point where they did, right? Remember, because you made another channel or some shit, and it was just focusing on your car or some shit. And like I remember them talking about your views or something was low over there or some shit, right? So at one point they stopped, right? But then they came back in it. See, that's my whole point then. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Y'all can't leave each other alone. Y'all can't leave each other alone like that. Get me? You know what? Right? Hey, true. Don't even watch my shows, right? But I'm just saying, like, something, right? I could say something right now, yeah, but at the same time, okay, then let me say something, right? Do y'all think True Freeman's dumb? She when I say dumb, do I mean like? Do you think that? I'm trying to think. Would easily food be the right thing to say? I don't know if that's the right word to use. So let me try and think of another word. Okay, okay. Now let's just keep with that word. Do you think True Freeman's easily fooled? You see, now this is the hard one. A lot of y'all, yeah, that will see this video because no one's here right now, whatever. Well, a lot of y'all will say, "Yo, yes," A lot of y'all will say yes. Some of y'all will say no, whatever. But it's crazy, right? And I mean this what I say, right? It's crazy because for as far as I know, from what I know, he knows exactly what's going. So it's like, and you can call this a heads up to you trolls that are trolling him if you want. Call it whatever you want to call it. But True Freeman, he like he knows what's going on. Even the God, it's hard to explain, right? When I say he knows what's going on, of course he knows what's going on. It's YouTube, right? But there was a long ass time ago, long time ago. Me and True Freeman had a phone. We had a conversation on the phone on the back end, right? And I just want you guys to know, even though I'm finding it hard to explain, he's not as stupid as what you think he is. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm finding it hard to give you the explanation behind it. Like, because we was having this conversation, and it's like he knows exactly, like he knows, like what he does is he's bouncing back and forth off with the trolls, making y'all think that y'all are winning in a way. But listen, bear in mind, I'm just this ain't even a lie, right? But this was a long ass time ago. We had this conversation. You understand? So basically, what I'm trying to say is, even though it can come off convincing, that you're fooling him, don't be so fooled. Okay, that's just a lesson for the day. That's just a lesson for the day. All right. Yo, shout out to Black Dust to see you in the chat. What's that? He always plays chess with the trolls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, that's yeah. Because it's bad. I mean, if I was to speak off my own back, to be frank, right? That means it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know what I like. I know true in it, basically, right? You know what I'm saying? So basically, right? It's like sometimes he fools me. He fools me sometimes. Like, but then I have to just remember, like, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. Shout out to Unsee. Shout out. Oh yeah, what say Black Dust. Bless it, bless it. You know what I'm trying to say? He fools me at times. Like, sometimes I'll turn on his stream or something. Something's going on, and boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm only talking in regards. I'm only talking in regards of the troll stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be serious. You get me? Be serious. What's going on though? Unseen Black Dust. Oh, listen, yo, I made a song called Toothpick, right? Get me? Tell you what, like, get me out, like, get me if it's beef. I use a toothpick, yeah, and I jab out your eye. Get me. So, while I roll this spliff, yeah, I can call in because I've got nothing to say. As you can see, I'm talking shit. But while I roll this thing, yeah, just listen to this toothpick song, you know what I'm saying? And just tell me your thoughts. And it's all freestyle, head top, as usual. I think my game's getting much better. Honestly, I have to pat myself on the shoulder because I don't really get compliments like that. But I'm okay. Yo, you ever thought to yourself, I'm gonna take this toothpick and put it in your eye, man? If you keep talking all that cheese and chive around me, that bun and cheese, I'm gonna take this toothpick and put it in your eye. This toothpick will tickle your eye and then you will slowly die, huh? This toothpick will tickle your eye and you will slowly die, huh? This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye, why not? Huh? This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye, why not? Huh? Well, come around here, you keep talking crap, man. Always jumping up on my back, man. Like me and you are friends and all that, man. Nah, you're a straight up fool. I will take this toothbrush and clean your teeth because your breath smells really weak, but I can't believe you flying through my land like you Peter Pan in green tights. Yo, you think you can fight? Come on, put up your dukes for the left and right. You ain't doing nothing, man, your style's out of sight. You better get on your bike and just ride up right now. Get off quick before I take this stick and beat you with it. I ain't joking, son, you is a bum. Stop coming around here like you won. I take my toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you cry, and make you cry. I take this toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you sigh. I wonder why did I stick out your eye? Because you the stupid bitch boy, did I stick out your eye? Cause you the stupid bitch boy. Oh why did I stick out his eye? If the feds ask me, I would tell a lie. I'll say, yeah, he came around a couple days before, tried to rob me, tried to beat me to the floor, so I got sick of it. Being bullied, I was like, I gotta think up quick. So I grabbed the stick and I beat him with it. After he threw at least 10 punches, he was like, okay, I believe you, you're never in trouble, man. Yeah, make sure you stay out of trouble, man. Are you gonna go to court with this one? I say, man, leave the situation. So I went off, he never bothered me again because I had this toothpick. It's a problem to him. If I see him, I take the next one, then he's gonna walk around like he's blind, son. He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head, huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball, huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head, huh? He's lucky he's got the eyeball. I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until it makes you sick. I said I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until you get sick. La 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 la, I got a toothpick. It's my best friend. Right to the end like Chucky, and it helps me make money. My best friend, my toothpick. Yeah, you ever got a toothpick in your house, everybody? You can just leave it on the side. Pick it up, carry it around with you. That's right. If you're in trouble, just prick. Yeah. Shout out, boom, everybody. Know what I'm saying? My toothpick and eye, get me? Like Bonnie and Clyde, get me? Anybody test it, poke out their eye, just pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was supposed to be just a joke. I was random with it, like real random. I said to myself, because I done two takes, should I say. The first one, I'm introducing it saying, I'm just gonna do a freestyle right now, all off the top of the dome, just random things. It might not even make sense. Boom, boom, boom. And then I start rapping. That take, I could, took another take, weren't happy with that one. And that came out. You know what I'm saying? And see, blesses, blesses, blesses.
Yo, what's up, Seven?
What's happening, bro? You good? You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, hold on, let me just there's somebody in the chat. Yeah, bro. Okay, then. Yeah, thanks for telling me it's trash, because it's comments like that keep me coming back. But you know what? I got steady hitters. I got steady hitters, bro. So yeah, man. Hey, anytime you want to have a clash, though, let me know. Anytime you want to have a clash, let me know. Okay. Then we'll see who's got bars. Then we'll see who gets laughed at. You understand, clown? Now keep it moving. Yeah, what are you saying, bro? What you up to? You good? You might not be able to
Yeah, I'm
see.
good. I'm good.
I think it's relaxed anyway.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's my bad. Sorry about that.
No problem. I'm good.
So,
I'm good.
bro, what you been up to? It's been a minute now. What's been going on?
Yeah, I've been thinking about selling my business and moving. I was
Okay,
always looking to move to like Costa Rica.
okay,
So I've
okay.
been weighing the options of that, thinking about moving down there, giving that
O-
more thought and making preparations just in case I do.
Okay, so
Other than that,
okay. What you still working from over there? Is that far from where you living at right now?
yeah, Costa Rica, that's Central America. Well, this is this this is North America. So yeah.
Okay.
Uh my bad, John.
But for
Hold on, let me
business
put
reasons,
this paper away.
so are you moving there
Uh,
for business reasons or just
no,
just just
relocating period, man. Trying to
okay?
live in a tropical climate, you know.
Yeah, I feel that, bro.
That shit
I
is
feel.
relaxing. It's nice life down there, man. It's nice life.
So what's been going on these YouTube streets? You know anything, bro? Because I really have not been paying no attention. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on with you? Well, if you don't
Not
mind,
me
bro. Like,
neither. I shit. I ain't look. I just looked at YouTube last night and saw like a lot of shit that was going on. I was just like, I have no, I ain't no shit. I was like, damn, okay. But I seen a
yeah,
lot of hypocritical shit.
right,
A lot
right.
of hypocritical motherfuckers running around. But that's you as usual. But when things happen and I guess it's big in certain areas or sectors of YouTube or whatever, you just get to see more hypocritical motherfuckers. It's like,
Uh-huh.
we don't know, for the most part, you don't know who these people are. I mean, you may have a rapport with them on the internet, but
Right.
you don't really know. But when you see people being put in certain situations, then you get to see how they act. It's like, I don't want to use the term like a mask slip or whatever, but in a lot of ways, when they're caught up in something, they're not thinking about the facade that they put on for other people.
Right.
Certain
Consequences.
things come out about their personality that you get to see. Like, say, for instance, when pressure is applied, then you get to see, you know,
Yeah,
they
how they
don't,
react.
yeah, they don't hold that mask up, and you get to see certain moves they do. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, from last night, I had some time to kill, so I just looked on YouTube and I seen a lot of shit that was going on. I seen a lot of the way a lot of people was acting, and I was just like, damn, the fuck? Oh, okay.
No,
Not really
same.
surprising, but at the same time, when you see it for yourself, there's always that factor of wow. So a lot of
Can I ask you?
hypocritical shit though. A lot of hypocrites.
You're right, you're right. I need to ask a question because I heard that a certain person was going to stop talking about me and stuff like that. Do you know she has?
Oh, man, listen. I don't know nothing about them folks like that. I don't even pay
Okay,
really
okay.
attention.
You're not round there
I had
like that.
told people to stop sending me shit about them. So my mind is elsewhere.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
even pay attention to that shit.
I
It
put.
was what it was, and that's all it was. But other than that, I don't even pay attention to them motherfuckers.
Oh, Black
I
Dog,
mean,
she might as well call him, man. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
it
It's
gets
been a
to a
long time.
point.
It's not like you don't hit panels. You might as well call him.
It gets to a point where you gotta stop before you say, because like you did, we really don't. At the end of the day, right?
Mm.
You really, it's like, how can I phrase this? It's like you get to the point where you know you could really point out shit and bring forth shit to really, cause damage to somebody. Like, and you know, if you did, you would be justified in doing so. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, it's like you chasing bullshit when you could be focusing on some money or something like.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but listen, bro, you gotta
But
understand
don't
something.
wait, don't get it wrong. I don't mean to cut you, but don't never get it twisted. If I decide to respond on anything or something that I think I should respond on, I will. But certain shit in life you have to focus on. You can't give everybody your attention. So
Yeah, but the thing is, with YouTube, it's gonna warrant your attention. So with YouTube, you either have to cut it off for good. You have to, and this is the God's honest. If you want the true answer of all answers, with this shit, you have to cut it off for good and just focus on your work. Or the other side, because there's no way, especially if someone's slandering you, bro. No
yeah,
real man's gonna sit there and not say nothing or respond back.
yeah, yeah. I get it and I understand and I feel the same way. Like, you know, once you cross a certain line with me, I if I tell the truth, then that's it. That is what it is. Like if you telling the truth, you saying something about me, and I sit back and I reflect on it and say, okay, yeah, well that's truthful. Then really, I really don't got nothing to say. I'll let you, if that's how you feel. But when you get to the point where you get to lying and shit and
Mm-hmm.
making shit seem one way, then you really, what Tony Montana say, all I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for nobody. That's how I
Right.
feel when people get to lying and doing little shit like that. I'm looking like, the fuck you
Mm-hmm.
trying to,
Yeah.
I wasn't, I wasn't, I done seen motherfuckers get fucked up for lying. Like, that's some shit I wouldn't, when I was raised, like,
Bro, I
uh,
understand what you're saying, I understand. Sometimes even the fact that you had liars and shit like that around you makes you feel like sick. Like, 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 I can't even explain it. Just the fact that certain people you didn't expect them to be that way. Next thing you know, they're
right,
lying
right,
and
right, right,
involving you in a lie. Just makes you feel disgusted, mad, angry. Makes me get mad, angry, and disgusted in that person. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
all that shit. So yeah,
Like,
man.
you think like, This motherfucker had the audacity to do this or say that, knowing they lying out their teeth. But you
Right,
know,
right, right,
I
right.
now I just do precision bombing. Like I'll do it like every lie don't want a response, but you remember that lie and you hold on to it because at the right opportune time, when it's time to drop them nukes, and you
Hmm.
come on, you open the silos and let them fly, and you nuke
Right,
them with the truth and
right,
watch them
right,
scramble and try to figure out a way to get around it.
right.
Some of them, they try. it What gets me is when they try to scramble and get around. You drop the truth on them, and then they try to scramble and try to make
Right,
something up, but they don't realize they like plunging the knife deeper in their heart when they
yeah.
lie because
Mm-hmm.
you hit them with the truth and the lie is so retarded. You just be like, the fuck.
Yeah, but
I don't
and at
know.
the same time, and then at the same time, they got their fans believing it, even though they can see dumb shit that the person's just said. You know what I'm saying? They made up a lie, and they got the fans believing it, and you come with your proof and shit, and they still believe what their so-called boss has got to say. It's like, oh my god, I'm in a school of retards, man. Like
It's
you can't,
like the hypocrisy. Like I said last night, I looked back on YouTube and looked around, see what was going on, and obviously I seen, I guess what's going on between uh I guess two females on YouTube or whatever. But the shit that I was looking at, because I don't really, to me, it's like, why, what I point out is, why do men get involved in female business? Like, that to me is like asinine. Like, motherfucker,
suspect.
you supposed to be focused on building, getting
Mm-hmm.
money. Or now, if this shit boil over to some shit where some shit is dangerous, then okay. But just females back and forth and all that.
Right.
And I seen same niggas jumping up on panels, putting themselves in female business, was just, and what kills me, well, it don't kill me, it just, I look at the women as hypocrites. Like, most of these women who, from what I saw, who participated in the shenanigans that was going on, they all hypocrites, all of them. Well, I don't gonna say hypocrites because I
But
don't know
remember,
all of them thinking, but I would
but,
say all
but
of them
remember,
who
bro.
saw these men jumping in that shit and opening their mouth with opinions on
Yeah,
women
that's
shit,
I'm gonna
they
agree with you. I'm gonna agree with
no.
you, but remember one thing though, fam. It's a woman's lane.
But look
So
though,
these hypocrites, the hypocrites that you're talking about, that's what these women were doing to each other anyway. Do
look
you
what I'm
understand?
saying though. I hear what you're saying. But look what I'm saying though. Like, these, when I say hypocrites, and I say these women are hypocrites, and it just shows when you sit back and think, like, men don't know their role, they don't know their lanes. Just like how you said it's a woman's lane. Like, these men don't know their role, and
Mm,
they off. And as a result, the women are off because the women don't even peep what the fuck is going on. They're running off emotions, and the
mm-hmm.
men's supposed to know better. Now, I seen motherfuckers jump on running their mouth about shit, and they do the exact same shit that
Mm,
these women are mad over a dude overdoing. These
mm-hmm.
niggas do the same shit out in the
Yeah.
open, and these women ain't saying, "Oh well, this motherfucker shouldn't be up here because he do the same shit." No, they letting this shit ride because their emotions is invested in it. So if
Right.
the nigga jump on their panel and attack another nigga for them, they letting it ride. But at the same time, the nigga attacking the nigga, you do the same shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You doing the same shit. See,
This is
a lot of these women, it's like it's selective. Like, they only call out niggas they want to call out for doing this shit, and other niggas who do it out in the open and they know they do it, they let that shit slide. They don't say nothing about that.
Right.
So it's just funny and weird to me. And then you have the same repeat offenders every time some shit going on between females. These same niggas is jumping, opening their mouth, speaking on another man's shit in a relationship this other man got with a woman. The exact same motherfucking niggas every fucking time.
Bro, you know what I think sickening? When you got these niggas running around talking on kids. That's sickening, bro. Get me? It just shows you how much of a bitch nigga a nigga is. He's a bitch. When you have to go revert to talking about someone's kids like that, like you're a bitch like that, you get me? Like,
I
for
haven't
real,
seen, well, I haven't looked at
I've
YouTube
seen,
that
I've
deep
seen
to
it,
see
I've
it.
seen, I've
Well,
seen
like I said, I looked last night on it, caught up on some shit, and then I looked today and looked at some shit, but I don't know about no kids and shit.
Yeah, that's another story. Won't get into that, but I'm just using it as an example. You know?
No, okay, yeah, no, I remember you saying something a little while ago about, yeah. I know what you're saying. I got
Yeah.
you now. But yeah, man, that shit to me, I was just like, man, look at this goofy ass shit. Like, I don't know.
Just so did
And
you
hey,
did you
Seven, let me say this to you. And I'm going to cut you off, but let me say this to you publicly. Like,
Mhm.
I apologize for stepping into you and RE's situation or even speaking on that shit. Like that,
What?
to me, that was a violation. And I thought about that shit. Like, Seven is cool motherfucker, and I shouldn't even never even spoke on him in RE situation from the get-go. So I do
Oh,
apologize for that.
yeah,
That
bro,
was
it's all good, blood. It's not. It's
that
all.
that no. If I'm gonna call these niggas out for the bullshit they doing, I also gotta admit where I went astray on some shit. Like I
Yeah,
should have
I get
left that shit alone and let it rock. Even though I thought the shit was crazy, I still should have been like, look, because I seen the motherfucking manipulation of this motherfucker. And I was just like, oh, okay, this was going on the whole time. And it ain't nothing like seeing it in real time for yourself. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad on that.
Yeah, it's
But
so
other
good,
than that,
bro.
nigga, I've been chilling, man.
Mm, so good, but I hear respect to you and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I done found
I'm
out
just,
some
I'm just,
shit
I'm
I
just glad.
didn't know.
I'm just
Go
glad.
good.
I'm just glad. I was just waiting for people to see for what it really was. That's all, you know. I was just waiting for people to actually wake up. I thought a lot of people was just like it was like a tribal thing, you know, like America versus thingy bob in a way, you know, no matter what you've got on your team, you're gonna ride through it kind of thing, no matter what it does. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was that
Right.
kind of attitude. It's all good. It's all good.
But I
You know?
found out some shit I didn't even know just by accident. Like uh cause usually like when I'm on YouTube and shit, I really don't be watching these sectors like that. I used to, but lately for the last, I don't know, going on a year, I just been watching like cooking shows, building shows,
Mm,
educational shit.
you're right.
So was it this morning? I think it was this morning. I'm just clicking through YouTube, just watching shit. And I happened to come across some shit that I wouldn't even thought had nothing to do with the so-called black sector, or I don't know. I think maybe clicked it by accident. And man, oh man,
What was
I
this?
saw some shit that I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
What was this?
Oh, so this is that mother sucker. Oh, okay. It was just like an eye opener, man. I was just like, see, when you ain't, I don't know. Maybe I'll speak on it later, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
something that I looked at and I was like, now see, now if I wanted to say I wanted to start some bullshit, I will pull this out. But I don't know. It's just I just tuck it away in the war chest for later if I have to go back to war or whatever. But it was something that surprised me and shined a lot of light on shit. I was like, wow, okay, now I see. But other
Yeah.
than that, no.
See, bro, you're gonna get me guessing, You're gonna make me start guessing, You're making my brain tick already. I'm
No,
gonna
it was
start.
just somebody who opened their mouth with an opinion and
Oh,
they
and
was on
and
some
you just so
bullshit.
happened to catch it at the right time.
Yeah, they was on some bullshit, and I had never done shit to them, and they came at me sideways, and I don't know how I clicked on the video, but I clicked on a video of somebody who had information on them. I guess they pissed somebody off, and they
Oh,
lightweight, I don't know, lightweight doxed them, I guess, or something. I don't know, but man, oh man, what I saw, I was like, oh shit, you got to be joking. Not this person. Wow. It was an eye opener. I'll just leave it at that. It was an eye opener.
I mean, I kind of listen. I can see the puzzle, the chessboard in front of me. I've got most of the pieces in place because I can kind of gather where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
was a female. It was a female.
yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah,
that was a female. Came at me sideways for no reason. I never done nothing wrong to that person. Only been cordial with that person.
yeah,
But
yeah.
apparently somebody done been into it, entangled with them before, and yeah.
Ah,
Wasn't good what they did. I'll just leave it at that. It wasn't good what they put out. But of course, I had to download it,
yeah. Of course,
save it in my war chest.
I was about to ask. I was about to ask. I was about to ask.
Oh yeah, I downloaded that shit. Put it in my war chest. But really, other than that, man, I ain't, pretty much
You
doing
know
it.
what? You know what you honestly need to do, right? You need to, whenever you remember certain things, you need to um voice record yourself or make a video. All these things that you need to gather up, put it all in one video, right? You know what I'm trying to say? And flipping
Yeah.
then just hold it back. Just hold it back. Every time you remember something detrimental or whatever the word is, add it to that video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get me? That would be get that. Hey, that would be. Everything you haven't told. You know what I'm trying to say? Everything you've been holding back on. That's the video people are gonna want.
Yeah.
That's the people. That's the people that's gonna be on the spotlight. I mean, the video that will be on the spotlight.
Yeah. I'll look at it like, man, listen, K Sarah Sarah. Like, I had a chance to chill in Chicago for a while and just get some good counsel from some of my niggas up there and shit. In actuality, at first they kind of lightweight clown me, like, nigga, what did you doing on the internet arguing, motherfuckers? And then
Oh yeah.
they gave me
Sorry.
some good counsel on the situation, like, nigga, because I had I had did some shit, like, me and a couple of my niggas, we went on a trip. And I didn't really tell them the exact particulars of the trip until we got there. And when we got there and they learned the particulars and learned what we was going to do, they was like, nigga, are you serious? Over some internet shit, man. Fuck this. Going to kill an old nigga. Man, we don't leave this shit alone. And I was like, yeah, you right. You're right. Leave this shit alone. So we end up kicking it out of town and shit. And went back to the shower and chill, nigga. Sometimes, man, you gotta recalibrate and check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Right?
Cause you
Right,
gotta
bro.
weigh the options. Like one of my
Right.
niggas, man, he older than me, a little bit older than me. He was like, man, weigh the options, man. Listen, you do this and just think, like, even though we thorough with it, let's just think, Lord forbid, something ties you to something. Then look what you stand to lose.
Mm.
You know, he was right. It's like, nigga, I don't know.
You're right.
But other than that, man, I've just been chilling, man.
Bro, I
Hanging
agree.
out, having fun.
I
Back
agree,
out
man.
here doing my thing and shit.
I've had them talks many times, man. And I've gave them talks many times. So I agree. You know.
Yeah, I'm about to go out to California in a minute. Probably out here start heading that way tomorrow.
Yeah. California.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Vallejo.
Leo.
Yeah.
California, that's where it's all hot in it. That's where that big ass beaches and shit. Like that.
Southern California and shit. Like you got places in Northern California that's not hot like that. I mean, it's a heat wave out there now,
Okay.
but like when you get up to like towards Oakland and all that, it really don't get as hot as like down there in Southern California. Like, they get some cold weather themselves, chilly and
That's
shit.
crazy. That's
Not like
crazy.
Chicago, but
That's crazy. California's that big. You got two weathers. One part can be sunny, the other part can be cold.
yeah. Cause like when you coming out of okay, California, the like towards the northern part of California, is connected to a state called Nevada. And if you coming out of Nevada, they got mountains in those areas. So when you coming out of Nevada going into California, you got to go across a big ass mountain called Donner's Pass,
Mm,
and that motherfucker is big. It's
yeah.
like 60, what is it? 66 miles, 63, 66 or 63 miles to the bottom of the mountain. So
What?
yeah, you go up the mountain, which really ain't that bad when you coming out like Nevada, going into California. But when you coming down the mountain, you coming down and you're gonna the city, when you come off the mountain, the city you're gonna come into is Sacramento. So you coming down this mountain and you going down the mountain for like a little over an hour. You going down a mountain and parts of it gets real steep. So
Yeah.
you really got to know what you're doing, or you gonna die. So
Really?
it'll be snowing on that mountain, and then you get to another part of it. It's not snowing. Then you keep going down. You get to another part is like a blizzard. Then you keep going down. The weather
Wow.
changed so much on that damn mountain. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Then you come
Yes.
down into Sacramento and shit. But yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy, yo.
yeah.
The people live at the top of the mountain.
No. When you get to the
Okay.
top of the mountain, at least hold on, let me think. When I'm looking over the sides of that shit, then you got some people that live like while you going down, like you got houses on the side at certain points, so you can see houses
Yeah.
and shit. But at the top, you don't see no, up there. Once you get to the top, there's a checkpoint. Well, at least for trucks, there's a checkpoint where you gotta pull in, and they make sure your brakes is working and all that, because you can die on that motherfucking mountain. That could be your last motherfucking ride. Your brakes go out, and some of the parts of that mountain is like a 9% grade, meaning it's very steep going down. Like that's not no place for no rookie to try to drive hauling 80,000 pounds down You fuck around and burn your brakes up, and that's it. You can't stop. It's a wrap. You about to die if you don't find one of them escape ramps. You gonna die. So
Is there just steps where you can walk?
no, 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 no. It's on a
Yeah, you have to.
interstate, like a major highway over here. There ain't no steps where you can walk. It's I-80. No, you walk there. That motherfucker.
What I meant is when once you get real high, once you get to this checkpoint, can't you just walk the rest of the way?
Hell no. It's all interstate. You better motherfucking know. Once you get to that top, you better know what you doing going down that motherfucker. Okay, like these trucks, they have they have brake systems, and then they
Yeah,
have an extra engine brake. It's called a Jake brake or a retarder brake. It helps slow the truck down. So
yeah,
I remember like all the trucks now have them, but back in the day, a lot of them didn't have them. You had some that did, some that didn't. I remember when I first started driving trucks, I was in Kansas City, Kansas, and
hmm
I had I was loaded down full to capacity, like 80,000 pounds cat litter, and it was going actually to Sacramento. So I had to go out west to California, and I had to go across that mountain. Now, mind you, I'm new to trucking at this point. Like I don't, I went to trucking school, then I went out on the road with a guy that trained me how to drive trucks. And then after that, I was on my own. So I got my truck and I got loaded in Kansas City and I went out west and I had to go across that mountain. So I go and it's the truck I had, it didn't have one of those extra brake systems. So I get to the top of the mountain, and when you get to the top of the mountain, you have to pull up. It's like a check post where they open a big window and you pull beside the window and they ask you what you're hauling, how heavy are you, and all these things. So
hmm
it was a woman in there, and I pulled up and she was like, how heavy are you? What you hauling? So I tell her I'm fully loaded, hauling cat litter. So she was like, okay, well, we got some snow on the mountain, so just be careful, put your Jake brakes on and, just take it easy. And, I'm new and shit. I'm thinking, oh, well, my truck don't got Jake brakes. And then she just looked at me and she was like, how long you been driving? And I'm just talking to her. I was like, okay, with or without my trainer. She's like, what? And she's like, it's like 66 miles to the bottom of this mountain. Part of it, a lot of spots is like 9% grade. And I knew what 9% grade meant, but I wasn't thinking at the time. I was just looking at her like, okay, what that mean? She just looked again. She was like, pull your air brakes. Hold on, pull your air brakes. So when she say, when pull your air brakes means set your brakes, like put it in park, set your brakes. So I pull my brakes, put it in park. She was like, listen, have you ever been out here before down this mountain? I was like, nope. She was like, you don't have no Jake brakes and you a new driver? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my goodness. She's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you what you do. She's like, at the midway point down the mountain, there's a spot where you can pull over and cool your brakes down because your brakes gonna get hot. Because these trucks, they run off air brakes. They don't run like cars with the hydraulic brake system. They run off air brakes. So
Yeah.
she was like, pull over there, cool your brakes down, take as long as you need, leave your four-ways on, four-way flashers, ease down the road, turn off your CB because these guys that know what they're doing, they're going to be mad at you for going slow, but I advise you to go slow down this mountain. So I'm like, okay. She was talking to the guy that was in the outpost with her. She's like, this is a new guy. About to go down this mountain with no Jake's brakes, fully loaded. So he comes and looks in the window and looks at me. He's like, good luck, son. I was like, damn, they, you know that now they got me nervous saying this shit. Man, nigga, I start going down that bitch. Once I'm going down, soon as I hit the like, I got to the 7% grade before I got to the 9, and the snowstorm hit. So now it's like a blizzard up that motherfucker. You can barely see, and you going down like woo. I'm like, oh shit, man. I was so scared. When I got to the halfway point where she was talking about, I pulled over that motherfucker and closed my curtains and went to sleep. I'll finish this shit tomorrow, nigga. I said, because it was dark. It got dark and it started blizzarding. I said, man, listen, I pulled that motherfucker over. I closed my eye. I'll get there tomorrow in the daylight. Fuck this. I'm not gonna wrestle with this damn shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Hey, man. I would have said, I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere until my brakes are on ice.
That shit was crazy.
Mad cold. I ain't driving nowhere. So what happened when you started driving?
The next morning I get up. It was snowing, but it wasn't snowing as heavy. So I start out and I leave. I'm going slow, got my 4-ways on. And like she said, the truckers that was used to it, you know, they was talking shit on the radio, so I had to cut my CB radio off because I didn't want to hear all that shit. I get close to the bottom of that motherfucker down in the Sacramento. It's sunny than a motherfucker. Good weather. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? I was like, this is some bullshit. It's snowing up there on that motherfucking mountain. I get down here, it's sunny than a motherfucker. So shit, I went and delivered there, and then I had to go down to Southern California, LA. But I got delayed.
How long did it take you to get down the mountain? Yo.
Oh shit. It took me like,
not including the sleeping over part.
Right. It took me, I ain't finna lie. That first time I was scared. It take like a little over an hour to get off that mountain. It took me like 2 hours. I was going slow as shit. Fuck that.
Nah, I trust me. I would have
fuck that. I was nervous than a motherfucker. And then how steep it was going down, I was like, God damn. And every time you apply your brakes, you heat them up. They get hot, and you can't keep your feet on them too long or you'll burn them out. So you have to release to come off the brake, but then you start picking up speed again real quick because you're so damn heavy. So you really got to know what you're doing, because if you don't and you burn the brakes up, that's your ass. It's a wrap.
Well, what I would do is, right, I'd be like, I'd keep peppering the brake, like put my foot down, off, down, off, down, off, down, off, down, off.
Right, but you got to time it. So what you want to do is, like, say for instance, if you start going, you see yourself going too fast or whatever, you're going downhill. So you firmly put your foot on the brake and you count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3. You know, you get up to 5 1,000, and then you release and you give it time, because that's gonna slow your RPMs down and slow the truck down a good bit. So you let up off of it, because you don't want those brakes to heat up, because when the brakes heat up and they stop working, you in trouble. So you come up off the brake, and then when you see your RPMs go up again and get close to like 2,000 RPMs, then you put your foot on the brake again firmly and hold it and count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, and then you release. And that slows the truck down some more. And you keep doing that until, you know, or because when you're going downhill, you supposedly put it in a lower gear so the engine actually holds itself back. But that don't work all the time. Well, it helps. But if you're going down 9% grade, even that, you gotta, you still gotta do their brakes like that. But it's all an adventure. And then when you learn what you're doing and shit, it's like, you get used to it. It's like driving a car now. Although you're not supposed to get comfortable with it, because anything can happen at any second.
Yeah.
You get comfortable and it's just like driving a car. You really don't. But you always remember though, back when you was first starting out, how scary
So
this shit is.
you was basically hanging off a cliff and shit. One side.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like even on the East Coast, they got mountains and like Pennsylvania, Maryland actually has mountains. One of the steepest grades I went down was actually on the East Coast in Maryland, another 9% grade that you wouldn't even thought it was there. Like I didn't even know. It's a whole nother story, but yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
it's an adventure in itself. I always say I'm gonna start a trucking channel, but
You
one
should,
day
you know.
I'll do it.
You should, you know. And you can tell your little trucking stories as well.
Man, you see some weird ass shit. Like I said, I think I said it before. I had a cab business before I started a trucking business, and man, the stories off the cab business alone. I mean, the trucking business, yeah, it's a lot of stories that go along with it. It's a lot of funny, crazy shit I done seen out here or done got into. But the cab business, that that's a beast right there. Like there used to be a show on HBO called True Taxi Cab Confessions. And
Mm-hmm.
when I watched the show, you know what I'm talking about, or do you?
Nah, I don't know it, but
Yeah, but it was
I
like
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, you know,
it was like a
kind of thing.
supposed to be reality show about the
Yeah,
cab driving business and
yeah,
all the crazy shit they see and get involved in out there. Like,
yeah.
people fucking in their cabs and, people trying to rob them and all kind of crazy shit.
All
That
right.
shit is true. Now, I'm not saying that show is true, but whoever made that show, they were talking to real taxi cab drivers to make that because a lot of I seen so much crazy shit driving cabs, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's crazy than a motherfucker. I remember one time, right? This crazy than a motherfucker. I get a call to go pick a guy up, right? And I have a female with me. I'm talking to her, we dating. And I forgot I went and picked her up from somewhere. And usually I wouldn't do it. But since I was about to get off, I was about to stop working for the day. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, you can ride with me this last little ride. And then after this, I'm done for the night. So she was like, okay. So she got in the front seat and I'm going to pick this guy up. I get there to the place and I blow the horn. I see this guy come out this apartment. It's like some apartments. And the guy comes out the apartment and he walking up on, now it's nighttime, right? It's like maybe midnight. He comes walking up on the cab and he's nervous. He's looking nervous and shit. And he's sweating and he buttoned his shirt up and he looking around side to side and he was like, he told me where he wanted to go. And I'm like, it was something like $50 rate or something, a flat rate of $50 or whatever. And he was sitting up there, come on, man, all I got is 40. And I'm like, nah, nigga, I need $50 to go way out there. I need $50. He's like, man, all I got is 40, man. And I'm going back and forth with him. And I turn and look at my girl who's sitting in the passenger seat. And I just looked at her, it was like, man, you see what I go through out here? And all of a sudden I hear, where you going? A female yell, like, where you going? Where you think you're going? So I look, turn back around, look at him, and I see him standing there. And he's like, come on, man. Hey, let me get in the cab and we just talk about it, man. Come on, let me get in the cab and we just talk about it. I'm like, hold on, man. You're not getting in my cab unless you got $50. So I hear the voice say this shit again. And I start looking around like, where's this voice coming from? Because I don't see no female. So I turned back and look at my girl. I was like, look, and I'm telling her like, man, I'm about to pull off on this dude. I
Mm.
promise you, it was only like a split second that I had turned and looked at her, and I started saying I'm about to pull off on this dude. Then I heard the female voice louder, like, where you think you going? Man, I turned back around because he's at my driver's door. I got the window down talking to him. So I hear the female voice saying, where you think you going? And I turn back around. I kid you not. It's a chick standing there. She's maybe about 6'3". She's a tall chick. Thick chick. Tall, thick chick. About 6'3". She got a gown on. Like a nightgown. And she's butt naked. It's like a robe gown. But it's open. And she's butt ass naked under this gown. And she's right there up on the dude on his sides. Like, where you think you going? You ain't done yet. You got more work to do. Come on. And she grabbed him. And he's like, wait, man, I'm trying to get my cab. Wait, hey, bro. Hey, wait for me, bro. Don't go nowhere. How long? And she's pulling him back into the apartment and shit. Come on. Get back in here. You got more work to do. I turn and look at my girl and shit. Her eyes big to the motherfucker. I turn and look back at him. She's dragging this motherfucker back in the motherfucking apartment and shit. Now she's not fat, but she's thick. She's well put together. She's just tall. So she's dragging him, and ass is just bouncing as because she's like turned backwards towards me, pulling him, going towards the house. Her ass jumping and shit, and he's just like he's like reaching around her ass, like, hey man, hold on, man, hey bro, hey. I'm like, nigga, I can't help you, man, fucker. You got work to do, nigga. Get your ass back in there. So my girl looking at me, she like, oh, so how often does this happen every night? I'm looking like
I was gonna ask, what was she like though? What did she look good though? Not your girl.
She was decent looking. She was tall though. And it, like I said, I messed with a woman that was like 6'6", maybe 6'7", 6'6.5". So I don't have no problem with tall women. So I don't hold that against her. She was like 6'3", thick, well put together. She was decent looking, but I guess she was wearing that nigga out. He tried to get away. She's like, where you think you going?
Tower over him.
Yeah, she towered. Dude was maybe like only 5'8", something like that. Maybe 5'8". She towered over him. That's how she grabbed that motherfucker and was dragging him back into the apartment and shit. I'm looking at this shit like, God damn, nigga.
Yo,
that shit was crazy.
Tall chicks for me is the way forward, yo.
I mean, I say, man, I don't discriminate really. Well, I have my preferences as far as, maybe even if a big chick, if she big, as long as she's shaped right, then, it's cool. Mm-hmm. If she cute and shaped right, she cool. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy than a motherfucker, nigga. But yeah, I seen a lot of shit doing the cab shit, so I know that true taxi cab confession shit, that shit true than a motherfucker. Cause I seen everything on that show and then some out there on them streets, man. So yeah.
Madness.
But yeah, that shit was funny than a motherfucker. I turn. As soon as I turn, all I see is titties. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, she standing there, she butt naked, the robe open, she butt ass naked, grabbing him, telling us, where you think you going? Get back in, you got more work to do. You ain't going nowhere. Come on. I'm like, God damn. Damn. He like, hey, wait. Hey, no, I got to get my cab. Wait, no. Hey, brother, don't leave me, man. He's sweating and shit. Nigga, ain't nothing I can do for you, nigga. She got you, nigga. She got you. Just drug that motherfucker back in the crib and worked him out, I guess.
How you doing, Tanya? Yo, that's madness, man. How is he not gonna finish her? He should have finished her off, sent her to sleep, and then left in the cab. You know what I'm saying?
Man, nigga. I don't think he could have finished her the way she was acting. He was trying to hurry up and get away. And she was like, no. If she came out there butt ass naked, she was determined to get that motherfucker back. She didn't give a fuck what nobody saw. She was
Isn't
determined to get that motherfucker back up in there. Shit.
that-
That shit crazy, man. But yeah, that was just like one of the more milder things. I remember because I had drove for maybe to learn the cab business, maybe about 3 months. And I brought my own cabs and I just contracted because I was trained through like Yellow Checker. That's the
Mhm.
cab company. It used to be Yellow Cab and it used to be Checker Cab, and then they merged together. So they called themselves Yellow Checker. So I trained with them and I drove for them for about 3 months. And then I started buying my own cabs and I just used them for a dispatch service. But I remember another time, uh it was this guy. Like, you meet so many different people. Like, I knew what was going on in rich people's household, and I knew what was going on in poor people's household just by just meeting different people all day, every day. Um, this one guy I knew, uh, I pick him up, right? And him and this girl, I used to pick him up all the time and drop them off at work and shit. Something that happened to their car. And one day I went to pick her up and drop her off at home, but it wasn't during work hours. It was like in the middle of the day.
Hmm.
So she called me and was like, I'm leaving early. Can you come get me? I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing shit. I go get her and shit. I drive her to the house and shit. And I'm on the side of the house. I pull up on the side of the house. The way their house sit, it's like sideways on the street. And I pull to the side and I let her out. So she get out and she walked through the gate and she walked through the front door. So I'm on the side. So when I start pulling off, I don't have to go that far before I'm at the back of their house passing. And she goes in the front door and I'm starting to pull off. And by this time I made it to the end of their house on the, on the street. I could see the back of their house as I'm going past. I see the
Mhm.
back door fly open. I see the dude and a female. They both butt ass naked. He got on some Timbs and shit. She ain't got on shit. Run out the house and take off. I'm looking like, man, what the fuck? Oh shit. So at the end of the street, it's a cul-de-sac. So you had to go down to the end and you had to turn around and come out because it's one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
So I go down to the end of the street and I'm laughing at what I just saw and I'm turning around and I'm coming back. And when I'm coming back, I see her at the back door, the female I had just dropped off. I see her at the back door wide open. She looking around, shit. And she like, did somebody just leave out of here? And I was like, I ain't see nobody. Why is my goddamn door open? She closed the door. I drive off and I'm tripping off what I saw. The next day, I go pick both of them up to go to work and shit. And I always drop her off first and then drop him off. So I drop her off at where she worked. He worked maybe 2 miles away from where she worked. So I drop her off. And as we drive, and he's like, oh, nigga, thank you, nigga. Thank you. Oh, thank you. But I know you didn't say nothing, man, because oh, them nigga, thank you. I appreciate it. I was like, nigga, what was you doing? It's like, man, I got caught up, nigga. I didn't know she was coming back. I heard the car door slam. I didn't know what the fuck that was. By the time I got to the window and shit, I heard the front door open. I was like, nigga,
bro,
what the fuck?
I've got a story similar to that happened with me though. You know, trying to say that I was in my house, yeah, had one girl with me, right? You know what I'm saying? These times I had a girlfriend as well, but she was wherever she was. I can't remember where she was at the time, right? So anyway, I'm doing a thing with this girl and that in my house. Boom. Then I hear a knock at the door. So get up and I look through the spy hole. I see it's my girl. Think, what the shit? Get me. So I ran back in the living room. I said, yo, hey, my girl's turned up. You have to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm trying to say? So see now my girl, right? She's walking around the back around to the front, look through the spy hole, walk around the back, looking through the patio windows, walking back around the front. So it was all about timing, bro. I swear to God. Like, get me? I quickly had to hide the shoes from the hallway because if she looked through the letterbox, she'd be able to see the girl's shoes. I had to quickly move the shoes. Then we had to time it. Get me? Got the girl to go out the back, sneak into her car and drive off. But it was just lucky. The whole procedure of it, you know what I'm trying to say? How she nearly got caught. Like real talk, man. Something similar to that story, but yeah,
man,
I was at
that shit.
It.
Hey. I ain't never been caught in no situation where I had to, do some shit like that, but I done seen that shit a couple times. Like, God damn.
Bro, them things happen to the best of us, okay? That's all I can say. Unexpected.
Man, when I seen them two motherfuckers come out that back door butt ass naked, just take off running, I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What and I'm thinking, like, why is you running out the house, nigga? You should have, if anything, had her leave and then you jump in the shower or something. They both hit the door.
He left the house as well.
Yeah, him and the girl he was in there with both came out butt ass naked. Only motherfucker had something on was him. He had some Timbs on. They both came out that motherfucker butt ass naked and took off running. I was like, God damn.
That's crazy. That makes no sense. So then he had to return home at some point.
Yeah. That shit was crazy, man. But like, I seen a lot of shit driving that cab. A lot of fucked up shit too. A lot of fucked up shit. But yeah, man. I need to start. Something that caught me the other day and made me really stop and start thinking. Like I do like a series on my channel when I talk about where I grew up and the projects I live in and shit and all the shooting and shit I seen. And I was just thinking to myself, like, how did I get to thinking this way? My friend, like, not too long ago, maybe a few days ago when I was up in Chicago and shit, we was talking and shit. And he had told me he had went fishing. He had took a trip to go visit his family down south and they went fishing. And that caught me because I thought to myself, like, man, here I am telling all these stories about all this killing and shit I done seen and all this. I'm grown in a motherfucker. And I ain't never been fishing, man. I ain't never caught. I don't know what it feels like to catch a fish. That threw me off because I'm listening to him talk about fishing. And at the same time, my mind is thinking about that shit. Like, man, I've never been fishing. That kind of fucked me up a little bit in my head. Like, I was glad that he went fishing because I was like, damn, nigga, let me see you showing the pictures of the fish he caught and shit. And, I don't know, that just made me start thinking. It could be something simple to trigger your mind and make you get a different perspective on things in life and all that.
Of life, yeah. The things that you haven't tried and will you ever try them? That's what I'm trying. This is what 7 came to YouTube offering the people. You know what I'm saying? Come out to the blood clot matrix. The world's a bigger place. It's not just about America, They lie to you. All right. Now, like I spoke to some Americans before and they've said, they got everything they need in America. Why did I need to look out of America? They think they got all the right answers and blah, blah, blah. My thing to that is the lie to you. The lie to you, man. Understand? Get me? You need to just venture, do things, try things out, go outside the box. not with everything, but with
Right.
other things, just venture out, things like that, ladies and oh shit, someone's in the back. I'm not even looking. My bad. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
venture out, people, man.
that's
Watch
how I
wildlife.
was.
You know what you should do, bro? Watch wildlife. Watch it, just
Yeah,
watch it, bro. And just watch how it just sets your mind free and you get a better understanding of life and what it's supposed to be like. Because remember,
I like
people are programmed. We're all
I like
programmed, right?
watching Bug Wars. You ever watch that? They show Bug Wars is a show where they show insects fighting,
I
killing
remember
each other.
that.
You ever watch Deadliest Catch with the crabs?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How you doing, Miss Hicks? How you doing, Miss Hicks?
fine. I got a story to tell you. This is in
Mhm,
Newark, New Jersey. It's about
mhm.
a police officer. Now, this police officer was doing this with a hooker on the behind of a McDonald's parking lot,
Mhm.
and but he was the police chief, and his wife was the cop,
Got that.
and he was doing the prostitute. But
I'm gonna
the bad thing is that she left her filthy, dirty drawers in the backseat of his cop car.
I'm gonna
Mm,
set the mood right. Keep telling your story. I'm gonna set the mood.
Okay, well,
that's messed up.
it was the police. This is the police in Newark, New Jersey, and Newark is a big city. And this guy was a police officer, right? And this
Right.
supposed hooker lady flagged him down. Well, that's pretty. And he did it with her without nothing to do with it, and he got caught.
Mm,
And she left her dirty drawers in the backseat of his cop car.
yeah.
And it was the police chief of Newark.
Yeah. I
And
guess,
and his wife is a cop too. So you gotta imagine the wife she's a cop too, and he's the police chief of Newark, and he's doing it with a hooker at a back at a parking lot of a McDonald's. Okay, and he was looking at 10 years in prison for this.
did the hooker tell on him?
I bet she probably did because she left her dirty drawers in the back seat of his cop car.
I don't know what some cats be thinking, man.
And he was
Damn.
married too, and he was freaking mad. And he's the police chief of Newark. You
Mm,
know,
right.
so I don't know what came of that case, but it was all over the news back then. I think it was in the '90s or something like that. But he was I think he got fired from that job.
Right.
Yeah, but this was
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I he ain't even had the decency to be discreet and go to a hotel. He doing it
Listen,
in the car.
yeah, but he was it was in a official police cop car.
Right.
Oh, that's
That's crazy.
pretty. I like that, Seven. That's really freaking cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a nice
I
setting.
got for my back. I got that painting from the Good Times. JJ had that painting of the Good Times. You know that painting.
Right.
And
The family.
yeah, the Sugar Shack or something like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like that little pool hall. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was freaking cool.
Juke joint. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have that on as my background. But listen, I don't know how he does that. That's probably expensive equipment.
That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite shows, Good Time.
Huh?
No, I was saying that's one of my favorite shows, Good Times.
Yeah, I've always watched that Buffalo Butt. And and thank you, Willafina, who was that? Alderman Davis. Yeah,
Alderman Davis, yeah.
Everybody did not like Alderman Davis.
He was always scheming.
Yeah. Oh, Alderman Davis and and then when James that was a bad deal with James Evans when they killed him off the show.
Yeah.
I think that they treated him like nothing.
Right.
I think that was a raw deal.
he raised concern about the character JJ, them writing him lines being a buffoon, and he
Yeah,
wanted to be more serious. Yeah.
yeah. And I guess the producer says, "Listen, James, if you don't uh do your role, we'll just kill you off." And I guess they didn't believe him. I guess they took it seriously. They said, "Okay, James Evans, we're going to kill you off the show."
Yeah.
And to me, that wasn't fair at all.
They wrote it as he went down to Mississippi to find a
Yeah, yeah,
job
yeah. And he got killed in an automobile accident.
on the way coming back to get the
And
family. Yeah.
you had Brad's Construction doing moving. It was a two-parter.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
where we got the classic damn, damn,
Damn,
damn.
yeah. And hey, remember Ned the Wino?
Yeah. He played on Sanford and Son too.
Yeah, Ned the
But yeah.
Wino.
Remember they
Yeah.
cleaned him up?
Yeah, they picked him up and they did him at his funeral. He did him as a woman, as one of his that was of the guys from Benson. He did Ned the Wino.
Right, right. Oh,
Yeah,
what you know about Benson? That's one of my
yeah.
favorite shows.
And then there was that pimp, Sweet Daddy.
Sweet Daddy, yeah.
Sweet Daddy, yeah. Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
watch Benson.
Every time he borrowed money, JJ would borrow money from Sweet Daddy, and he couldn't pay him the money that Sweet Daddy gave him. He was trying to get his fools to beat him up.
Hey, look, remember the line that he used to use? JJ, my man,
Oh,
you in trouble.
yeah. You know what? Everybody should know. Well, never borrow money from a guy named Sweet Daddy. Never borrow money from a guy named Sweet Daddy, because
Yeah.
you're gonna get beat up by Sweet Daddy's goons, and what Sweet Daddy doesn't is always telling you, I'll give you the bread, but you gotta pay me back every single dime. If you don't, I'll get my goons come to kick your butt.
One of his goons, do you remember the show 227?
Yeah,
The guy who played the father in that? He
Yeah.
also played one of Sweet Daddy's goons one time.
yeah,
He also played one of the guys who remember the show they was gonna get evicted,
yeah.
James and them, and he
Yeah.
played one of the guys who came to move their stuff out.
I don't know which ones they were, but
Yeah, when James went to play pool to get the rent money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because James Florida didn't like him getting his pool cube out.
Right.
Yeah.
Originally, his name wasn't James, because Good Times was a spinoff of a TV show called Maude.
Yeah,
And,
Maud, because Florida was Maud's housekeeper.
Right. And originally his name was Henry
Oh yeah,
Henry Evans. His name was Henry Evans on Maude, but when they did the spinoff and started Good Times, his name changed to James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't see shows like that on no more. No.
Right.
Yeah.
But I used to watch all those old shows.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
What's Kevin at?
I mean, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, I like your background stuff. It's really freaking cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah, and remember Chico and the Man?
yeah. Chico
Yeah.
and the Man, yep.
But the ones I like was when Archie Bunker and Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis kissed him on the cheek at the end of the and
Oh.
boy, Michael Goya was having a fit with that.
Archie Bunker used to be funny, although he was bigoted.
Yeah,
He was funny. It was so
Yeah,
the stuff
but
he
that-
said was so stupid. It
Yeah,
was
but-
funny.
You can't put up a show like that on TV no more. They'll cancel it right then, like it is split.
Right.
I grew up on those shows. I grew up on What's Happening and everything. But
Yeah.
I miss but when I grew up, I wanted to go to Soul Train. That's what I wanted to do. Instead
Right.
of heck with American Bandstand, I wanted Soul Train. That's what I wanted. I wanted Soul Train, but it
You
was all the
know,
way in Chicago.
Yeah, it started in Chicago, then they moved to California.
Yeah, and they
But
did American Soul, and then Doug Cornelius shot himself in the head.
yeah,
Yeah,
Motown, Chicago and Detroit, the connection they had is
yeah,
more than just the Midwest. Like in Motown, when Motown Records would cut a
yeah,
record, well, anywhere in the country, not just Motown, but when
yeah,
they would cut a record, like a R&B or soul record, whatever, the
yeah.
first place they took the record to was Chicago because they take it to Chicago to break the record because Chicago decided whether the record was a hit or not. So whether
Uh,
it was Motown in Detroit, once they recorded the record, they came
yeah.
to Chicago, and Chicago decided was the record a hit or not, and then
Remember,
it went out to the rest of the country.
remember Casablanca Records?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
those commercials they did. They were really far out. And I missed
Right.
every Kiss was on Casablanca record, but it was mainly George Clinton and the Funk on those commercials for Casablanca Records. I
Right.
miss all those. I miss all those good old days.
Hey,
Unseen Soldier. I really do. I miss those though. All those good old days. The music I hear now. I hate to say it. I don't care. Nobody gets mad at me. It sucks. I'm
look,
sorry.
I know you gonna remember this commercial. Oh
Yeah.
no, my brother,
Uh,
you got to get
that's
your
that's
own.
old.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
my
forgot
brother.
what was that? What was that commercial?
Something soul. It was basically
Something so.
it was a compilation of soul music.
Uh,
Um,
I remember New York Hot Tracks. I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah, but like I said before, man, those were the good old days. And the music was music. You sit down and you, especially on a Friday or Saturday night, you turn on to your favorite radio stations that you like, listen to some good music, and that was good. I put it on my radio in my bed and watch and listen to it. But like I said before, the music I hear now, I don't understand it. It sucks. It has no soul or nothing, no funk, nothing. It's not my kind of music. I'm sorry,
do
but
you remember? Do you remember recording off the radio, getting a
yeah,
blank tape,
yes, 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 yes.
putting the
I still
putting the
do.
little
I remember going to every time I listen to the radio, I put in my blank cassette tape, press record. If I miss it, they would try to come back and play the same song again. Man, I had a whole bunch of those. I had a whole bunch
yeah.
of those blank tapes, man.
You had
Oh
to put the
God.
paper in the little ends of the
And the
tape.
one thing I hated was trying to, if it got stuck, you have to try to get a pencil or something to not make it crack or break. You have to get another
Right.
tape and record the whole. That was a hassle, but it was still good. It was still good. It
Like
was still good.
if the tape popped, we'll
Yeah.
unscrew the tape and then
Yeah.
go in there, and on the little
Uh,
reel, you could pop the little
yeah.
plastic piece out and put the end of the
Yeah.
tape
Yeah.
in
That was a
to the
hassle. I had to get a little tiny screwdriver to get
right.
the stuff out there. Yeah, I remember my sister recorded the Pepsi commercial for Michael Jackson, but I miss all those good old days of the 8 cassette of the blank tapes. I know they're still selling them, but I would like to do that again. I miss those days. I did that in Margaret Parker School. I used to have all those eight. I had an 8-track record player, a regular cassette, and an 8-track.
Yeah, that shit
So
used to be fun. I
yeah, that was
remember
fun.
I
Yeah,
was what was I in second or third grade? I forgot which
I
one.
was in I was still in Margaret School, going to freshman year, and I was still in Parker School. I had a nice kid award. They gave me a welcome back card doll.
Mm.
I think it was either Georgia. I think I had bought. Oh yeah, Horseshack. Think I had Horseshack, but though then the Sega Channel came out and everything, and that's
Mm.
when the video games started coming out. But I miss all those days. I miss picks where you go in, you call in on the phone, and you had
Right.
to destroy how many battleships to win something. Picks, picks, picks. Back in those days, there was channel 7, 11, 5, 9, and 2. That was it.
That was in
There was
Jersey.
no cable then.
Like I think I was in second or third grade. I used to stay in these projects in Chicago called the Obla Homes, and we'll come home from school and
Yeah.
put our books up and we'll go downstairs, like on the side of the building is where
Yeah.
all the drug dealers used to park their
Yeah.
cars. And
I lived in Plainfield, New Jersey. I lived in I was in Stillman School, and back then it wasn't as bad, but you could still see the drug dealers out there. And you used to
we
have
used
a calendar with cartoons on them.
uh,
Yeah,
we used to break dance for money for them. They used to bet on who was the best break dancer out of the little kids,
yeah. And
and
back
they'll pay
then,
us.
if you wanted to be a rapper, you had to prove you had to be a rapper. You didn't just rap; you had to prove it.
Let me ask you this, Tanya. Did you used to have a Jerry curl?
I had bangs.
Man, I remember when the curls, everybody had a curl.
My grandmother used to take that hot comb and put it on the stove, and
Right.
she would go back in the kitchen. I hated that hot comb. I really freaking did. Oh
Hit the
God,
back of your neck. Oh shit.
I could still feel the heat on the back
Right.
of my neck. I could still see that when she turned that heat up on high, and I could hear the grease that she put on there sizzling like a piece of bacon. Oh God. Yeah, I hated that hot comb on sea salt. I really hated that hot comb. I wanted to take that hot comb and bury it. Tell you the truth about it. Yeah. But you know that those come a long way, and you know Ultra Sheen,
Right.
would sell Afro Sheen, you know. But I miss those days. Yup. Those were the good old days. Yup.
I remember even the old liquor commercials like
Yeah,
Champale with
Colt
Ashford and Simpson.
45 with Billy D. Williams, Colt 45.
Remember Ashford and Simpson? They was doing
Yeah,
them Champale commercials.
yeah, yeah.
Hell
Those
yeah.
were the good
Slim
old
Small
days.
Liquor Bull.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the Bud Bowl and everything else. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have good joy there, Seven and Unseen Soldiers. Nice talking to you, Unseen Soldiers, about the good old days, man.
All right.
I
It
miss
was nice
those
talking to
days.
you too.
Blessings.
You too, huh,
Thanks
Seven?
for coming up. Thanks for
Yes,
coming up.
you.
Blessings.
I
Yes.
heard you not too long ago. You said you're gonna be doing something. I think what was on the 15th or something. When you was talking about R.
Yeah, it
Kelly's
was.
trial.
Yeah, it was, but the judge changed it to the 29th, so I'm still gonna do it. Yeah,
Well, I'm
I
gonna
think
stop through and I'm gonna hang with you. You know,
yeah, because
attend the show.
I want to know people what they think, for or against. Because right now he's looking at life, 25 years, or the
Hmm.
prosecutors want to give him 25 years. So I want to know what everybody thinks about it, and I want everybody to be civil and obey what I say. Because I don't want no cursing or nothing. I really don't. I want
No.
everybody to say what they think and move on. That's all.
Tanya,
Right.
Tanya, is that
Yes.
just for one charge? Is that for all the charges in one? Or is that just for
Right
one
now,
charge?
he's got Chicago coming up. So I'll see what they're gonna do with him. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. See y'all later. If you
All
want to
right.
stop by 7, that's fine.
All right. I
Okay.
will.
All right, Tanya.
I was watching it. Tanya, I watch
Yeah.
your shows. Sometimes when you're live, I'm just sitting in the background watching. I don't go in your chat, but I'm watching.
Yeah.
I was watching today. Was it today or yesterday? You was live. I was there watching. You know, he's playing music.
Yeah. And I was talking about the gun, the mass shootings and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a shame. And we got a bill that they're gonna.
I make sure I always come along. I listen for a bit and I hit the like. Whenever
Thank
you're
you.
live, I make sure I
Thank you.
always do that. You know. So,
Thank you, 7. I really appreciate it.
yeah, it's all right.
You have good joy.
And you.
You too.
And
Take care, Tanya.
You too. Bye.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
Tanya got a memory on it there. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was just listening to y'all two conversation, like listening to all that.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man.
back and just listen.
See, she brought back memories. I remember, like I said, I was we used to go. Drug dealers used to pay us to break dance, and whoever was the best break dancer, they won the most money and shit. I remember
Yeah.
that shit. I thought I was cold.
Yeah.
I thought I was the shit, nigga.
So did you win any money from the drug dealers?
Yeah, me and my brother would go down there. It was like all the kids from the building, and
Yeah.
I could windmill. Like a lot of kids couldn't windmill. Me and my brother could. So
Yeah.
we'll win a lot, but we ain't win every time. Like some of the older kids would come down and they was just, you know, they beat out the younger kids. But when it was just all the younger kids and shit, we be out there battling. We'll have our cardboard. We'll take our big ass square cardboard down there and we'll wait because they'll park alongside of the street and we'll wait till they turn on their music from the car. And then shit, we'll throw our cardboard down and then they'll see us and they'll walk over there and standing by their cars, be like, oh, I got 100 on Shorty. I got 100 on him right there. And we'll get the break dancing and shit. Whoever wins shit, they bet on us and they'll give us like $5-10 for doing the shit.
Yeah.
We'll just take it and go buy candy and shit. But
Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand.
we have fun doing that shit. But yeah. But for the most part, you know, that's all, you know, I've been trying to refocus and recalibrate my thinking and shit. I don't really, life's too short to be getting caught up in crazy shit all the time.
For real, me too. You know, sometimes when you relive memories like that and you think of some stuff and just takes your mind back, get me? It makes you appreciate what you once had, but you didn't appreciate it back then. You know what I'm trying to say? And from that moment, you start to learn to appreciate life. You understand?
Yeah, because back then, like my family was together. So I look back on those times, you right.
Yeah.
So we was poor, but shit, we was together and shit.
Right.
So we had, you know, so that shit was, yeah. I used to have a curl, Jerry curl, man. I used to always try to steal my older brother girlfriends.
You used to have Soul Glow.
Yeah, I had I was always my older brother, he was a pretty boy, light-skinned, pretty boy, Elder Barge looking motherfucker. And I used to always try and steal his girlfriends. He's like way older than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I remember my mom got me and my other brother those curls. And I just thought, yeah, I got a curl now. Oh shit, look out. Man, shit. I remember, man, I told this story a million times. But I remember, because like my mom and my dad, they used to listen to old school music. That we was raised on old school music. So I remember my brother, he'd be outside in the front in the porch with his girlfriends and shit. And you know, I used to always be like, watch, I'm gonna get one of his girlfriends. So I remember one night, my mom was next door, the neighbor's house, and he was out there with his girl and shit. And I don't know what, I forgot what he did or whatever, but he had walked off and went and did something and left her standing there. Shit, it was time to make my move then, boy. I motherfucking put the activator, I wet my hair, put activator in it, got it all juicy curled up, took my shirt off, tied a sheet around my neck and shit, like I had a cape on. And my dad had this big ass stereo in the front room. So I went in there, put Reasons in, Earth, Wind and Fire Reasons, and cranked that shit all the way up. I went out, opened the door, walked out there, walked up on her. I grabbed her hand and shit, like, hey, baby, you know, what you doing with him? He can't do nothing for you. You need a man, baby. She's looking like, Like, yeah, baby, I can take care of you. Yeah, she just put this grin on her face and was just looking at me wide-eyed and shit. Before I knew it, I looked, here come my brother running down. I took off running in the house. Here he come running and shit. I'm out there trying to mac like a motherfucker. Yeah, man, those was the days, man.
That shit would be funny, yo.
That's,
That'd be funny. That would be funny to see on TV right now. You know, someone had the video. That'd be
look, my curl, I had the curls for the girls. My hair was long too. I thought I was the shit, nigga. Took my shirt off, tied a sheet around my neck. I turned Earth, Wind, and Fire Reasons up real loud and just walked out there like I was Goldie, baby. Just walked up on her and grabbed her hand like, hey, baby, you know, what you doing with him? You need a man, baby. Yeah. She just looking at me like with a grin on her face. I'm like, I can take care of you, baby. It's gonna be all right.
How old was you?
My brother. I was maybe 7, 8. She was like maybe 14.
Okay.
I'm out there, you know, she way taller than me and shit. I got her I grab her hand and shit. I'm trying to mac, you know. I'm out there, you know, baby, yeah. Got what I thought was my cape on. It was a sheet. Yeah, baby, you know. What you doing with him? You know, he can't treat you right, baby. You need a man, baby. I don't know. We used to always, me and my other brother, we used to always get into it with my older brother because he's older than us. So he used to beat us up and wasn't nothing we could do because he's bigger than us, you know. So we used to always get into it with him. We had so many wars back and forth with him. And we knew the way to get him was to, you know, fuck with his girls because he was like a pretty boy, like a ladies' man. So we knew that was his weakness. If we fuck his pimping up, his player skills, hate on him, basically. That's what we was doing. We'd get him. He'd beat us up and be like, that's all right. We got your ass. Don't worry. Like, I remember one time, he was over, we had moved out to the hundreds. This is like a different area of Chicago. We lived in a house. And he had a girlfriend over there, but he was also messing with the girl across the street. So he had beat me and my brother up earlier that day for something. I forgot what it was, but we was gonna get that motherfucker back. It was like, all right, nigga, we got you. So his girl come over and they in the basement because my mom let him have a room in the basement. We go across the street to where his other girl is, knock on the door and tell her, hey, my brother wants you. Where he at? He at the house. He said, come over. So she come over. He down there in the basement with another girl and shit. Man, I'm telling you, boy. But he'll beat us up. We used to do some player hating shit to that nigga. We couldn't fight him back like that, but we'll get him back though. Yeah, nigga.
I'm surprised he didn't kill you after that.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, we used to do all kind of shit to that motherfucker. But one day, he figured a way to split us up. He was very smart. He got us back. Well, he got me really, because like I said, me and my brother, we'll come home from school, and while we walking home from school, we be planning on how to get him back, what we was gonna do, and all this. But one day I'm coming home from school, I was waiting on my brother, and my brother didn't show up. So I said, fuck it, I'm walking home by myself. And I'm still thinking like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But as I'm coming up on the house, I see both my brothers standing in front of the house, and I see my older brother's girlfriend, and I see her sister out there. And as I get close, I realize her sister, her little younger sister, is there for my other brother, the one who used to be riding with me. So what my older brother did was he figured out how to split us up. Just take his girl's sister and put her on my other brother. That way we split up and shit. My brother played me like a motherfucker. Like I'm walking up, right? And I'm walking up. and I see and I realize what's going on. My brother out there thinking he dressed up. This motherfucker didn't have no sense of dress. He out there with a dress shirt on, some goddamn jogging pants and some dress shoes, got his goddamn hair combed forward. I'm looking like, you goofy. So I tell him, like, come on, man, let's go. He try to play me like I'm a buster. Man, go ahead. Man, this was my little brother. Go on, man, I don't got time to play with you. Telling the girl, it's just my little brother. He wants somebody to play with him. I ain't got time to play with you. Go somewhere. I'm looking like, motherfucker. And my older brother standing behind them looking at me smiling like, yeah, got you, nigga. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. It's fucked up. So I look at my brother and I notice he got his hair combed forward looking goofy as hell. So I say, damn, I ain't know the wind was blowing that way. And then they both jumped me. I was mad as shit. Like, all right, oh, you gonna trade on me? Okay. I'm gonna get both of you motherfuckers. But yeah, we used to, fight brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, my brother, he played it masterfully that day, boy. He fucked me up with that move.
You still speak to him?
Yeah. We speak back and forth time to time. We all scattered out now though. We not in close proximity to each other.
Right. Same as my family. All scattered.
Yeah. But yeah, man. We used to have wars. That's why I don't like that song LL Cool J, I Need Love. I hate that song to this day. Cause like
I used to hate it as well. I ain't gonna lie, I used to hate that song. I used to hate that song before Carry On though.
Everywhere we moved to, like, and I wasn't even into girls back then. I was just a young kid. I wasn't, I mean, I seen girls, they pretty and all, but I wasn't thinking like that. But everywhere we move, like if we made friends with the kids in the neighborhood and we made friends with the little girls, when they saw my older brother, they act like they didn't even know us no more. They all flocked to him. So I remember one day I'm coming home from school. Was I coming home from school? I forgot where I was coming from. And my brother, my older brother, he's in the window and he got, remember those boom boxes?
Yeah.
He got one of them boom boxes in the window playing that guy. I hear the song as I'm coming up like a block away. And as I'm getting closer, I look, all the damn little girls in the neighborhood all up under his window and shit. He got the damn boom box in the window playing the song, sitting there brushing his hair because he had like wavy hair. So he brushing his hair and shit, playing the song. These bitches all around the window like alley cats. I'm looking at this shit like, man, fuck you and L Cool J. Cause and I'm looking at it, the girls was our friends. Like it wasn't nothing like we messing with them or nothing. I was too young to even think like that. But the way they used to treat me and my other brother, once they saw this motherfucker, they was like, they didn't even know us no more. So I'm looking at this shit as I'm walking up. He's sitting up there, on that pretty boy shit, brushing his hair and shit. Ooh, you got wavy hair and all this shit. He playing LL Cool J, I Need Love and shit. And I'm looking like lame ass shit. I was just hating as a little kid. I was just looking like, man, fuck you and LL punk. But it is what it is. But those was the days, man. I give anything to be back there fighting with my brother again. That shit was cool. Them beatings, when he beat us up, that wasn't cool, but we get him back.
I give anything to be like 18 years younger. That's about it. Don't want to go all the way back. 18 years is good.
I mean, oh yeah. I don't know, man.
Like I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to go back to school times because throughout my whole school period, I couldn't wait until I was an adult. I couldn't wait until I was 18. I couldn't wait. So I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to go back that far. You know what I'm saying? That's too far. Not being able to buy things like alcohol, cigarettes. Nah, I don't want to go that far back. Just take 18 years off my sentence, and yeah, I'm good.
No.
Yeah.
I remember Tanya when she spoke about that police officer, the police chief, and she said
Right.
his wife was a police officer as well. When I was driving the cab, right, this is why the 3 months I was driving for Yellow Checker, I remember because when you come in, they have you go out with a driver and he shows you what to do, how to work the meter and everything. So basically you training somebody, and usually they'll ride with you for half a day, and then you drop them back off at the cab stand, and boom. So I remember they asked me to come in. They had a new guy and they wanted me to train him. And like I said, the cab life, it was a wild life, man. People people who've driven a cab before, they understand what I'm saying. Like, if you don't keep it strictly one way, you can be sucked into a life that's, I don't want to say similar to like a rock star kind of ish, but you can get involved in a whole lot of shit throughout the day that, so when they called me in to train this guy, and when I came there and I picked him up and everything, I was always about my money, but I was kind of like on the other side of things, like as far as I knew so many people. It was like all day long I made money and I kicked it with females, not fucking them or nothing like that, but I kicked it with females because I knew them. I gave them cab rides everywhere. Like I said, I was going to rich neighborhoods. I had relationships with rich people. I had relationships with strippers. I had relationships with just everyday people because, you're around. That's the life you're in. So I take him out to train him and shit. And I remember it was this chick named Felicia, and she used to try to talk to me, and she used to call me to get rides to go all kind of crazy places. But I knew what it was. It was just she wanted to talk to me and all that shit. So one day, this day when I'm with him, she called. I go over there, and she want to sit out there and talk for a little while. And I'm like, girl, come on now. What you doing? She's like, you act like you ain't got time to talk. All the while, I'm with this dude, and he looking at her ass. He just looking, So I take her to the store and shit. While she go in the store, he talks to me like, man, you be around women like this all day, all day? I was like, yeah, man. And I told him then, I said, listen, don't get caught up in this bullshit, man. You're going to see a lot of shit out here. But stay focused on making your money and go home. Because he had a family. He had a wife and like 2 or 3 kids. So I used to tell him, like, stay focused. You can get easily distracted. So half a day was over and I was going to drop. He's like, no, man, I want to ride with you a little bit more, I was, okay, well, fuck it. So I'm riding around and he's seeing all this shit, different shit. And, I dealt with a lot of different type of people. Some of the shit was maybe I shouldn't let him see certain shit, people I dealt with. But the next day, right? So I drop him off in the day. The next day, he want to ride with me again. And I'm like, nigga, you only, I showed you how to work the meter and everything. But I ain't tripped. I said, fuck it. I took him out, roll. I'm showing him shit. He meeting different people and shit that I know and all this shit. This guy ends up getting his wife.
Was he taking your sales? Was he taking your sales?
No. Basically, look, I'm taking, put it in a nutshell, I know everybody from rich corporate motherfuckers to drug dealers. And I'm giving people rides, chilling with him. I was smoking weed back then, so
Yeah.
I go somewhere, I smoke weed with some niggas, you know, shit. I was making money, all kind of shit was going on that he saw.
Yeah.
He gets his wife a job at the cab stand as a dispatcher. See, in his mind, he think, okay, if I got my wife working at the cab stand, she can shoot me, she can get me good runs and shit. So he be ahead of the game. But all the shit I showed him, he just like took to the bad instantly. So, long story short, this nigga get his cab, right? He's out there fucking hoes, getting into all kind of shit. Now remember, his wife is a dispatcher at the cab stand. So now he got these chicks calling the cab stand looking for him, and his wife answering the phone. They getting into arguments, like the radios in the cabs. Everybody hear it when the dispatcher come across the radio. Everybody in every cab hear it. His wife getting on the radio like, you got these bitches calling up here at this cab stand, motherfucker. You out there fucking bitches. Now the owner has a radio at his house, so he's hearing this shit too.
Wow.
Man, this guy, I could tell you some stories. It was one in particular, man, listen, I can tell you some shit that you wouldn't believe, man. This dude was out there wilding, and everybody started blaming it on me. They was like, man, what did you show him? He out there fucking up. He out there fucking these hoes. He got his wife a job at the cab stand. They calling the cab stand, asking for him, arguing with her over this shit. What did you show him? I'm like, look, I tried to tell the nigga the best I could to stay away from shit like that. It's not on me. They was like, nah, man, you showed him something, man. You showed him, man, listen. I was like, dude, he a grown ass man. That dude got into some shit, so much shit, man. Oh man, I'm telling you, man.
They both had to leave.
Let me. All right, I'll tell you one story, and this is connected to why they were no more up there. So it was this chick, right? She worked at what was it? Ruby Tuesdays or something. And I used to give her cab rides all the time. And we used to flirt, so to speak. There was something between us, but we never really did act on it.
Yeah.
Because when I first met her, she had a dude. And she used to flirt with me, but I really wouldn't respond because she had this dude, they lived together. When I come pick her up to take her to work, he'd say what's up to me, all that. They got into it and they weren't together no more, so she was single. And that's when she really, started to come on to me more. And it was something there. I mean, she was nice looking, built nice, everything. But we never really did act on it. Like it was always it's there, but neither one of us made the first move, right? So I had ran into the dude that she used to deal with, and he was like told me, I gave him a ride somewhere or something, and he was telling me how they broke up and all this shit. So I started thinking about that shit, and I was like, I'm not gonna, I know this dude. I'm not gonna, go behind his back, mess with his girl, nothing. I tell he still feel for her, even though they ain't together. But I just removed myself from going to get her. Like she would call for me and I would tell him to go do it, the guy I trained. So after a while of doing this, it had left my mind. I stopped thinking about her and all that, and I was, doing my thing. So he stopped taking her, he would get missing. He got to the point where he would disappear and nobody can get a hold of him on the radio or something. So she was calling to try to get a cab, and I was like, fuck it. I went over there to pick her up. So I went and picked her up. She was like, where you been? This, that, whatever. And she told me her and him were talking. And I was like, okay, that's cool. She was like, yeah, I knew you knew him. And I just want to let you know. So I'm saying, hey, look, I don't feel no way about it. That's cool. All the time though, I knew he was married, but I didn't say nothing to her because, I didn't want to jump in their business, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I started going, picking her up, dropping her back off, and all that stuff. One night she calls me and she says, can I come for this talk too goddamn
Can I come chill with you? Can I come and chill with you?
No, it wasn't that. One night she calls me and was like, I need you to come holler at me right quick. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I drive to her house. She's like, no, I'm not at the house. I'm over here, blase woo. Let's just say the Super 8 motel. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I drive over to the Super 8 motel. And I call and let her know, hey, I'm down here in the parking lot. Where you at? So she tell me where she at, and she's like, I'm gonna meet you. So I say, okay, cool. I go over to where her room at. She meet me outside the door and shit, like a little bit down from her room. So we stand out there talking, and she was like, look, I want to show you something, and don't freak out. I'm like, look, what you mean freak out? I ain't gonna freak out. What you talking about? She's like, oh boy, in my room. He in the room. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, but it's something I want to show you. And I'm like, listen, if y'all, I told you I'm cool with that. I don't got no problem with that. She was like, just look. So we walked to the door. She opened the door. Nigga, I promise to God, I'm not lying. This dude stretched out on the bed, butt naked. He got a line of cocaine down his stomach and shit. He laid on the bed. She opened the door. He like, yeah, girl, come on and get this. Yeah, come on and get this. And then he looked and saw me. And I looked and seen him. Was like, oh, come on, man. He was like, oh, why you do that? Close the door. He jumped, moved his shit, grabbed the sheet. She started laughing and shit. I'll step out the door. I was like, girl, why you do that shit? And she laughing like a motherfucker. And she looking back in the room and she's saying to him, I told you I was going to get you back. I told you I was going to get you back. I was like, look, call me later. So I leave, right? It's maybe like 2 hours later and shit. I hear across the radio, the dispatcher, the chick we knew up there named Sarah, she like, hey, where you at? I said, I'm so-and-so by the mall. She was like, oh boy over there by the mall. He said, can you meet him over here at the Starbucks, woo? I'm laughing and thinking to myself, I was like, why he ain't called? Tell him just call me. She's like, I don't know. He just said, can you meet him over there? I'm laughing because I already know what it is. So I pull around there. I go where he at and shit. I see his cab. I pull alongside his cab. He like, oh, man. Hey, man, come on, man. I know you ain't gonna say nothing. Come on, man. You my boy, man. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to my wife. Come on, man. I'm like, nigga, I'm not gonna say shit. You and this motherfucking wild. I that's when I had to talk with him. I said, man, everybody blaming me for you getting into it with your wife and shit, nigga. What is you out here doing? Hey, man, this shit fun, man. I'm out here. I'm like, dude, you got your wife working at the cab stand. What is you doing, nigga? Bitches calling up there for you and shit. You need to slow this shit down. People looking at me talking about I'm the one that got you into this shit. Hey, nigga. Oh, man, motherfuckers just hating. They just hating. But, man, I was having fun, man. Hey, girl told me and shit. Y'all talk. Y'all ain't fuck around, but y'all used to talk. I was like, look, nigga. Hey, just calm that shit down, dude. Long story short, Shit like
No.
that kept happening with this dude.
You know
So
what I
the
mean? But
wife,
if that would have been the same guy from the beginning, the same guy that got dragged by the woman back in the house, that
oh
would have been
no, that's something
that would have
totally
been
different.
like karma. Or that would have been karma. You know what I'm trying to
The
say?
wife got tired of going through shit like that with him. The wife
Uh,
ran off with a military dude,
okay.
fucked his whole head up. He was from Georgia originally. So
Fucked
when
his
shit,
head up. What damage does he think he was doing to the woman?
right. So eventually, cause this guy was after this happened, right? This guy was like moping. He wasn't himself no more. He used to be lively, energetic, always talking about what he did that night and this girl and that girl. And I made $500 a night and da, da, da. But after that shit happened, he was just like it was like a 180. He was just like depressed. And like, I remember the chick one of the chicks that work at the cab stand, the same chick, Sarah, she told me one night he never left the cab stand because we'll come up there, pick up our cab and leave and go to work. She said he sat there the whole night, never left. We come back in early in the morning, he sleep behind the wheel, and she was like, he never left that spot when he checked in. He stayed right there. So he was really depressed and fucked up. His
Yeah,
family from Georgia had to come up and get him and take him back home because the
yeah.
wife had left him, took the kids, and ran off with a military dude.
That's
Fucked him
karma for him
all
though.
up.
But that's what he deserves, Joe. And she blatantly knew about all these different girls. That's his
Yeah.
karma. You can't
Fucked
even
Tim's
feel
head
sorry
all
for
up.
that. He deserved everything he got. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was a good guy and that, but come on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
all the
mean,
all the cause the wife had to deal with. That's crazy.
I told him, listen, this shit right here, you can easily slip into a lifestyle where you reckless. And if you got a family, this is, you gotta be careful. Keep it professional. Certain people you can deal with, certain people you can't, because they'll pull you into a lifestyle that, is not conducive to having a family. He didn't listen. He just took straight to the bullshit and just ran with it and was getting in all. He fucked like two different chicks at the cab stand that worked up there, then got his wife a job up there. It was a recipe for disaster. Everybody knew it.
Right, right.
Everybody, and they was blaming me like, oh man, you showed him this stuff. I was like, I didn't show him shit. Why he go out with you training for 2 days? That's crazy. You was showing them shit. I was like, listen, I told this nigga, stay on the straight and narrow. You got a family. Don't do that's a grown ass man. All that shit is on him. But he ran with it and took it somewhere else. And man,
Crazy, bro. But bro, what I'm gonna end the show right there. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be back live tomorrow again if you're free tomorrow.
yeah, no doubt.
If you're free tomorrow. But yeah, man, that was like some good conversation and shit. I like the stories and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
Yeah.
you should. You know what you should do? You should do like a stories channel or whatever where you're telling your stories here and you can put pictures behind it. So when you're talking, you can do like some either comical pictures or whatever, like to go with what you're saying at different like frame pictures. Like a
Yeah.
storybook where you open up each page and it's like, but not like that with bubbles. I'm just
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like that'd be a good idea. And you'll have them people that like to hear stories watching that shit and listening.
Yeah. It's
You
a
know.
thought. Hey, but hey, stay up, man. I'll check you
Yeah, man.
tomorrow.
Rest is from tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I need to get up early tomorrow, so that's why I need to go around about now. But we'll be back
All right,
later
all
on.
right, all right.
Bless his family though. Respect.
Catch you later. Shout out to Unseen. Get me? And shout out to, like, you know, the troll game Lane that tried to leave that lame ass comment in the chat earlier. Go and kiss your mom with that mouth, man. Yo, you ever thought to yourself, I'ma take this toothpick and put it in your eye? If you keep talking all that cheese and chive around me, that bun and cheese,
Yo, True Seeker, Buck Plug, that Flex Triple. Hey, get it. Shout out to Black Dog, shout out to Raven. Hey, shout out to Savage, shout out to Lady Lot, shout out to everybody that forget y'all. Hey, yo, we got these Buck Plug niggas in the house, yo. We got these Buck Plug niggas in the house, yo. We got these gay ass niggas with their legs in the sky, acting like they bigger than I. We got these Buck Plug niggas in the house, yo. We got these Buck Plug niggas in the house, yo. We got these gay ass niggas with their legs in the eye, sky, acting like they're high. Then me, stupid MC, stupid old boy, you better sit down, G. Who the fuck you forgets? Testing to, even talking to, even eye contact, it would never happen. I'ma slap and I laugh and I eat you back. Stupid brass clap, over clap, pussy boy. Wanna act like you are bigger than I. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Flex, Triple X, get me fixed all day. Come around the YouTube way all day. That they got something to do all day. Let them make it paper every day. Really, I don't see that. I see you sitting on the YouTube playing around, running around, acting like big ass old clowns. I don't know what's going on in your town. Slow it down, nigga, slow it down. Oh man, you flying all around like Peter Pan. In your tights, sitting on your bed, holding your leg up the sky. Why you do that, old guy? Why you do that, old guy? I don't understand. You act like you this big man, making these big plans, but you're a gay man. Oh, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Truth seeker, you a bitch too. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You better stay your ass back, boy. You better just sit back, boy. You're the nobody on these streets, yeah. You're the nobody on these streets, yo. You're the type to sit back and bite your meat, yo. You're the type to sit back and beat your meat, yo. Look at you, look at side nipples hanging out. Trying to come up to me like we're hanging out. You bitch ass nigga, go suck a dick. I don't give a fuck about you, gay boy. And Triple always showing dick pics and butt plugs. What the fuck, fuck? You a real fuck? What kind of fuck is that? Man, you need to sit the fuck back. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode, I'ma leave you in a sleep mode. Yeah, now you're dealing with them heroes. Sleep mode.
Yo. Big shout out to Buddha. Let me give a big shout out to Buddha though. I've been using these beats for a long time. He's been helping me exercise and train when it comes to this freestyle head top bar mission of my life, you know. So shout out to Buddha. And we like to smoke Buddha. Isn't that coincidence? Good beats and smoke. Shout out to Buddha. We smoke that Buddha. Like to jam, kick back, listen to Buddha. Spit on the bars of the Buddha. Smoke up that sensimedia, they got it Buddha. So shout out the Buddha. Smoke with the Buddha. Listen to beats and chill with the Buddha. Yeah, we getting hot in the club with Buddha. Yeah, we smoke it up It's the bud, that's the Buddha. Yeah, we like to smoke till we choke. Smoke it in the air, ain't no joke. We flowing, feel easy, heads glowing. Now I feel like showing off, but later on when I wake up a bit, I feel relaxed. My life's being so sick, heavy like yo. I'm loving this weed. I feel like I can just breathe and succeed. And now I'm connecting to God. That's what we do for me, yo. Get with the fantasies, get with the energy, yo. I see my own destiny, talking to my ancient ones. That's my history, family. Connected to angels, man. Connected to demons, man. Connected to all these things. I've seen the demon round in reality. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Buddha. We smoke the Buddha. Buddha is king of this earth. That's the ruler. Ching ching chow with them. Yeah, we down with them. Everybody in the club dancing around with them. Shout out to Buddha. Buddha the ruler. Yeah, we smoke that ching ching chow, call it Buddha. Cheese in my angel. My angel. Cheese in my angel. Buddha. The Chinese like Buddha too. We all like that Buddha too. We in the club, in the room, smoking, dancing, making tune. Come, hey, yo, shout out to Buddha. Yo, we be the ruler. In the clubs making tunes. In the room smoking. Yeah, we smoking up that Buddha. Listen to that Buddha inside the room now. He's the true ruler. King of what he do, yo. This boy's nice, yo. King of how he smokes, Yo, shout out to the Buddha. King in the room, Yeah, the beats sound heavy, sound sick, yo. Yo, this weed tastes nice, yo. Hey. Yo, you ever thought to yourself, I'ma take this toothpick and put it in your eye? If you keep talking all that cheese and chive around me, that bun and cheese, I'ma take this toothpick and put it in your eye. This toothpick will tickle your eye and then you will slowly die, This toothpick will tickle your eye and you will slowly die, This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye, why not? This toothpick I've got, I will stick it in your eye, why not? Well, come around here, you keep talking crap, man. Always jumping up on my back, man. Like me and you are friends and all that, man. Nah, you're a straight up fool. I will take this toothbrush and clean your teeth because your breath smells really weak, man. I can't believe you flying through my land like you Peter Pan in green tights. Yo, you think you can fight? Come on, pull up your dukes, throw the left and right. You ain't doing nothing, man, your style's out of sight. You better get on your bike and just ride up right. Now get off quick before I take this stick and beat you with it. I ain't joking, son, you is a bum. Stop coming around here like you won. I take a toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you cry, I take this toothpick and stick it in your eye and make you sigh. I wonder why did I stick out your eye? Because you the stupid bitch boy, did I stick out your eye? Cause you the stupid bitch boy. Oh why did I stick out his eye? If the feds ask me, I would tell a lie. I'll say yeah, he came around a couple days before, try to rob me, try to beat me to the floor, so I got sick of it, being bullied. I was like, I gotta think up quick, so I grabbed the stick and I beat him with it. After he threw at least 10 punches, he was like, okay, I believe you, you never in trouble, man. Yeah, but sure you stay out of trouble, man. Are you gonna go to court with this one? I say, man, leave the situation. So I went off, he never bothered me again because I had this toothpick. It's a problem to him. If I see him, I take the next one, then he's gonna walk around like his blind son.
He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head. Huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball, huh? He's lucky he's got one eyeball left in his head, huh? He's lucky he's got an eyeball. I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until it makes you sick. I said I'm dangerous with my toothpick. I will prick until you get sick. La 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 la, I got a toothpick. It's my best friend. Right to the end like Chucky. And it helps me make money. My best friend. My toothpick. Yeah. You ever got a toothpick in your house, everybody? You can just leave it on the side. Pick it up. Carry it around with you. That's right. If you're in trouble, just prick. Yeah. Shut up, boom, everybody.